In like the shoegazer kind of bands, I was the guy who had the suitcase with a record player with a 1/4-inch jack coming out of it, big tape players from the thrift store, you know, taking, for instance, Earth CDs and putting them through CD players and skipping them around and slowing them down, having all of this material for in between songs to just make noise. I think once I hit a point of learning about this realm, the realm of music that has come out of, you know, the academic wing, you know, even so much as coming out of universities, but then being very obscure. So when I saw this coming, it was like two things that I could really appreciate, which was, you know, being far out and experimental, but at the same time having, it's almost like a discipline. Coming out of a discipline, which in my mind is just like, it's perfect. I love numbers, but then I love, you know, being free with them at the same time. And I like experimentation, and I like there to be no necessarily rhyme or reason behind something, but then I also love there to be rhyme or reason behind something. ED09 is, at its core, is, it's an exercise in discipline and freedom, kind of a refinement of music, searching for like a really pure sound, and communal focus. So setting up this temporary community of musicians with a central goal, which is stripped of self, and the goal is to become one, this one organism. And you know, it's very socialist, I guess. You know, is kind of the way I look at it, is everyone working together, and there's no soloist by any means. I'm just trying to put music in slow motion. By putting the music in slow motion, by the hair discrepancy in pitch, and you can't cover it up with your vibrato, it allows you to hear essentially what a lot of people would be called mistakes, which I'm extremely interested in, because there's this community of people, and we all make these mistakes, and we're human, and this is what we do. So to me, it's beautiful in a sense, for lack of a better term. When moving from New York and moving back to New Orleans, there was all kinds of personal reasons, but artistically, I was looking forward to exploring new territory, and I felt by staying in New York, maybe that wouldn't necessarily. I'm extremely affected by my surroundings. I'm very environmental as far as what my output is. So by staying in New York, you know, I wouldn't have just moved from New York if I was happy living here necessarily. Personally, there was some things I just wanted to, you know, of a quieter life or whatnot, and that kind of came about in the music, because it's the music is, you know, I felt like I was living here. A lot of long tone stuff is maybe at times I was trying to drown out the city, and this has a lot more space. It's about the decay of notes, and I mean, in my neighborhood there's a green parrot nest across the street, and there's like church bells right down the street, and there's all these great sounds I hear, and well, maybe I don't want to cover them up. Maybe let's see how they interact with the sound. So that's important to say, because this has a lot more space. So in that sense too, it's a little more free, and the name of the piece is Feel Free, and it just creates this freedom, the freedom from maybe constant sound, freer for the musicians involved. I'm interested in the variation of experience, and You know, a lot of that times is maybe contemplation, you know, about someone's day or their life or music or whatever, allowing them time to kind of stop and just think about things.